Well, greetings, hello, and welcome to a beta branch stream of Manor Lords. Hello there. Good to have you with us. So this game, I don't want to say I forget about it, but every once in a while, it just suddenly resurfaces, and you're like, oh yeah, Manor Lords. And we've been blessed with 2 updates, like big ones over the summer. The previous update that came out in June has been pushed to the stable branch, and we're right now testing out some new stuff on the beta branch. So, mainly a new map. We'll see how the new combat meshing is kind of working, the new pathing systems, and we have some new, like, tech trees. So, like, much to do. I might turn this audio just up a little bit here. I feel kind of a chill dive until it suddenly becomes chaotic, but I'd like to treat this like a casual city builder, because I enjoy, you know, going for, like, design and function and aesthetic and stuff, but kind of cool to, like, make something of this, you know? I have my little pre-made one. The half moon, purple crescent, gold crown, tree people. That's us, I think, right? Yeah, something like that, right? I don't know. Okay, well, let's start. Let us start. So, UI update as well. Familiar but different. And then we're in the Germanic Valley. Oh, no, we want to be Wide Valley. That's the new map there. Yes. And I'm a fan of having this starting spot over here. You get a little bit of the river, just for, like, aesthetic. And our end goal is domination. AI opponent, they're just off-map, not on the map building. I found that to be a little bit like Borky last time, but we can try it later, but I think for the sake of maybe, like, taking over the whole map by accident, we'll keep that going. All right, so the AI, I like to keep them on reactive. So they're going to capture the flag, but they won't attack us until we attack or take one of their flags. Steven, good day. What's up, man? Hello, hello. Good day, my lord. So radar frequency is medium. 3 years of freedom. 1 bandit camp, 3 max. Gives us something to do. We can go cruise around and start fights. Otherwise, everything else should be pretty much standard. And we will jump in. Steven, happy Friday. Manor Lords, let's see what we can do. Build up your town, your manor, and when ready, press claims towards regions owned by your opponents. Once a claim has been pressed, be ready for battle. Oh my. Alright. Let's get her done, boys. Oh, fishing. Fantastic. A decent size as well. The old shoal of fish, as they say. Pretty good for resources. Wild berries. Let's pause as we gather our bearings here, eh? Clay, irrelevant. Stone, pretty much a write-off too, but we can import these. They're not too expensive. That's a nice one to have. Endless underground reserves. And that's just good. So, in theory, if we fail, it's my fault, you know? Super Tech, hey man. We'll give ourselves a good, you know, a good start though, buds. I think I love the idea of having, like, our church, maybe, like, right here. So we have, like, a road, maybe, like, sneak across Then we can have, like, a gentle, you know, roundabout kind of story around here. Yeah, let's try that, eh? And our goal is, like, kind of like chill chaos, I guess, right? I find this game to be very pleasing, very relaxing, but if I don't play with the combat, I find it to be just, like, a little bit too slow. And so I, like, yearn for the combat, especially for, like, some Age of Empires. Kind of like nostalgia. That is the scariest looking path, eh? Cutting straight through these woods. Yeah, that's a little much. But you can actually treat this like a city builder if you want. Hitbox for the pond is pretty big. I think just one more little generic road path. I have a terrible tendency to, like, plan out way too much too often too early. So keep it a little bit more calm, I think. And I think, like, an important aesthetic would be, like, a fun little, like, road network around the church. And I don't know, man. I don't know if we have as much room here as I thought we did. You can press Alt and click on a road to remove it. I might make that a bit closer. There we go. Gotta channel the inner CPP and respect the topography, right? I think you can terraform gently, but... It's funny, I only play this game, like, you know, I'll go hard on it for, like, a few weeks at a time when they have big updates. So it's, like, 2 or 3 times a year, I want to say. It's, like, our big, like, jaunt. And I always somehow seem to remember the basics, but forget everything else. This ends up becoming, like, a really fun, like, let's design some roads, you know? All right, a little bit more room for activities, but rhyme and reason, especially with the way the zoning squares go through. Bender, you what up, man? Bender, thank you for joining us over here. Just getting started. Perfect timing, dude. All right, so food. Food, my lord. All right. All right, so there's some berries. Just a little bit of foraging into the woods. That's not too bad. And then, where was that sketchy road? Just cut through. Or did you just change that? Oh, I guess I changed that, eh? Alright, well, I still want to maybe get a little bit of this area cleared out for the sake of the city. And I noticed, too, like, when we were testing this on Twitch, like, you need to really cut back on how far out you spread your city. Just for the sake of, like, cutting back on, like, logistics. Like, if you're always traveling, you're not building, you know? So let's keep these close to a wood source. And then, so help me, just a bit more of an organic start. I seem to, like, struggle with that. It's always like, all right, well, let's build a super city. And it's like, no. You sit down and you calm down. All right, so fishing or simple starter stuff. We'll gather some resources. Sign some jobs. Build the first houses. And then smile. And that's it. We win the game, right? Oh, you can see the border of the pond better. Oh, that is so cool. Huh. Accidental hitbox simulator, eh? Oh, that's so nifty. Oh, dude. And if we make them, like, the correct size, we get the sub-cottage. I always try to press for that, and that might be a bit of my downfall. We end up with, like, strong families, but not, like, as many families. Huh. I've heard of your renown. I only seek to defend my rights. Blah, blah, blah. Hindervolt von Baron Rude. The guy that's starting to take over the land, bro. You're not my friend. You're not my buddy guy. Well, I'm not your guy, buddy. Exactly. All right, so an important first building, your logging camp. Let's get someone working there. Gonna assign our mighty oxen class. And then I'd like to build a habitat for the oxen right next door for logistics. Very good. Day-night cycle, beautiful. If it feels like it's too dark too often, I might just keep a day only. I kind of yearn for more like nighttime decorations, which I'm sure will come, but... He just wants a noble hug from the Imperial Jedi. Well, get in line. My mom comes first, and then the kitty cats, you know? Yeah, no free oxen. Well, that is an oopsie, but we can buy another one. Excellent. Now, there are some bugs, unfortunately, and one of them is the pathfinding for the oxen. If you don't assign a family now to a hitching post, they do get a little bit lost sometimes, which is an interesting... I don't know if it's like an intentional or kind of like a feature, you know, but that kind of makes sense to me. So you effectively get punished if you don't have someone working here, if your city is kind of, you know, is getting too big, you know? And I don't know if you just noticed that person kind of like making that little like weird staccata walk towards them. That's the other bug. It's a pathfinding. If you notice when she was with the without the ox, a little bit awkward and laggy. That you probably will see. That's a bit of an issue as well. I think those two kind of like are hand in hand. But that's why we're beta testing to kind of see what's broken, what's not, what's fun, which is pretty much all of it. But my god, this game is just so cruel, eh? All right, so foraging. Let's throw some families in here, please. Keep one for building. All right, we've got hungry people out here. An epic, terrible start, eh? Well, everyone just died. And then building material has been kind of moved around a little bit. So I'm looking for that one right there for how many houses we can build. But let's worry about getting this built first. Your people are going to live in like a little temporary shelter camp. Our supplies are out and about, though. So the longer those are out, the more likely they're going to get wrecked or stolen. And obviously you want to avoid that, eh? If all died of dysentery. Not yet, they haven't. How dare ye of little faith, eh? Have ye no faith, me lord? All right, cool. We'll set maximum values and assign some livestock and stuff if we can, but for the moment, just let her rip. And I'm still trying to, like, figure out a good min-max, so I'm not going to claim my strategy is, like, fantastic or anything, but I can definitely get some money rolling, and I can get us to a point where we can stand a good chance on our first battle. And that's kind of our goal. We survive that, we push forward. If we die, well, we start again armed with knowledge, right? Ideally. My approval rating's dropping. That's kind of... I'm not going to blame them. I understand where they're coming from. Yeah, let's get this in play. It's just so cool that you can see the outline of the, yeah, the pond. All right, so that's 6 to make, what is that? 6? Oh, that's okay, yeah. 6 for 6. I'll take it. Options for side cottage. Keeping this a little bit open here too, which is nice. And then we could go for a little bit of the design aesthetic already. Oh, you son of a bee sting. This is where the, I built the wrong direction. This is where you wanted to put the church. Oh. Well, I tell you what. Guess we got ourselves a new plan here. Okay, what I meant to do actually was build a church over here. Oh, of course. Or maybe up here. Because, yeah, this is going to be unsightly in the backyard, so no church there. It's going to grumble at you for that. No, it was a good idea. You know what I mean? Well, what if the church... Let's say the church kind of, like, lived in here, right? The church is a good thing to put down early because you get a big happiness boost from it. And that can kind of, like, trick people into moving in before everything else is kind of, like, you know, well-adjusted. But getting people houses, that'll be kind of, like, I think the next step. And then we can build some storage and then work on the church. Keep the people we have happy. I will just not laugh, but laugh if this just completely collapses, right? Okay, food, we're doing fairly all right again. I think I'm gonna maybe cool down this. No more room for storage anyhow. A lot of min-max in the beginning here. So logistics, we can do a granary close to where the market is going to get set up. And so that's not a bad spot next to fishing, because they can accumulate extra fish. And then people just have to physically walk it in. I don't know, what do you guys think of Manor Lords, eh? Excited to see a little bit of a change in content, not cities right now? I think it's a nice little change of pace, eh? Test the waters, too. Alright, housing getting completed here. This just shows we have 4 more families that are homeless, but they're just living in the temporary camp. Yeah, I enjoy Manor Lords, too. I just feel like at this point, this game's been in development internally and externally for like 7 years now. And there's not really like an end in sight, which is good and kind of like, huh. But, like, people have gotten like married, have kids. Your kids now drive. Like, you could have started a doctorate degree and you're a doctor now. And this game still isn't, you know, full on out. But is that bad, though? I don't know, right? Game's a very interesting case study. And there's not really, like, another game out there like it. There are some that are close. But my wish list for a while, this would be a really good time to jump in if you've never played before. And I don't think it's ever been bad. It's just been getting progressively better. But it's just taken what feels like years. Like, you know, I'm not a young man anymore. I want to see this game get finished before I retire, you know? Coffee. I'm literally drinking coffee right now. It's beautiful. I remember I got into 7 Days to Die. It was like Alpha 16, Alpha 17 era. It is like an entirely different game. I sometimes make that argument too, right? Where it feels like they could have just made Manor Lords 1 in Unreal 4 and kind of stretched that to its limit, and then acknowledge that the limit is there and be like, guys, we're going to start working on Manor Lords 2. I don't know if that would be like well perceived or not, but this was a well-priced game for how much fun you could have still with it. And then for how much the game has already changed, it feels like Manor Lords the sequel, which is cool. Like, you know, if you played the OG, you'll know what's up, but it looks like a whole new game, plays like a whole new game. We're in a whole new engine. And I don't know, like, is there like a DLC model or something down the road? Like, I just don't know, eh? I feel like they're like leaving money on the table, but it's so consumer friendly and they just want to get this right. So I really just don't know, eh? All right, so we need some firewood. Heck yeah, we do. Start that. Let's get saw pit going. We have a nice supply of timber now. I like that. Our building getting caught up with. Expanding too fast and just really not planning for food. It will just absolutely sink your ship. The first for me in PZ, I found the Jenny mag before the Jenny. Let's go. We have x-rays if you need one, eh? Okay. Cute little start. Let's get that granary built, though. And then if conditions are favorable, especially with like food and firewood, we should start getting new people in, especially as like our happiness goes back up. And then we can now, you know, start thinking about the church. I can't believe I built that sideways. I meant to do like, yeah, I guess me like removing that other road threw me off, eh? But no more sketchy forest, so that's okay. And then maybe these guys go... Oh, that's so cool. Seeing the outline, eh? Oh, that is actually wild. I don't know why I like that so much, but it pleases me. The simple things for the simple minds, I believe is what they say. To which I say to you, ha! What does that even mean? Yeah, right. Ah, perfect. Okay, so that should be, like, well more than enough now. And I expect the people closest to the church to be upgrading the fastest. And so they would be the ones that I would focus on for like expanded backyard stuff once we get their house plot to level 2. And if that doesn't make any sense, don't you worry one bit, we'll get there. So the way we've built our plots, we can add extra members of the family, which is just like a stronger workforce, but not a like divided workforce. So a stronger, bigger family, but not as many families. And then for backyard stuff, we want food to be a bit more stable. And those are the ones that maybe want a bigger backyard. And there's like a proportional cost increase when you're looking at this kind of stuff, which is cool. Otherwise, to start our army early, I think a boyar workshop would be the way to go. Archers, you need a lot of them to make a difference. Accuracy by volume, very true. But they can kind of crush morale in their current state. They're not great at like decimating an army force, but if you get really lucky, bottleneck through a bridge or just like, you know, well-designed internal road layout and just trick the enemy to like coming into your kill zone, you can do a lot with like not that many foot soldiers. So we'll test that one out. That's kind of my strategy. And our goal is to get trade going alongside. So just so many layers to this. And this game is like, there's no breaks when you start. Eventually, you can sit back and enjoy. But until then, it's like, oh boy, full speed ahead. And so I feel like I'm going to export some wood products to start. I might start a second little wood camp over here. That's like down the road, though, literally and figuratively. Okay, so firewood is good. Fuel for 9 months. Food for 5 months. That's not bad. I do want to assign someone to fishing, though, but that takes our family off of building. So we've got to give somewhere. I'd like to keep one there to keep the pantry full. Oh, a new family. Oh, that is literally scripted. Well, guess what? You guys are fishermen. Oh, that's literally fantastic. And then this should be the next to get a family. They can manage the food, and then they can open up a shop in the market. And then people are going to need stuff sold at the markets to be able to go up to a higher level. So there you go. We got goals. We're working towards them. We're no longer a ship without a rudder. On Viking DLC with water and like fishing. Oh my gosh, eh? Resources stolen by bandits. That's kind of like inevitable unless you go chase the bandits out of their camps, but I'm not really in a shape to do that yet. If you hold tab, you get your kind of like snapshot little button. This just means that a family lives here. The backyard plot can be constructed. Oh, sorry, level 1 family, backyard plot. And it shows like at a snapshot how the market's looking. And then these guys here, no one lives there. Level 1 backyard. And that's our, you know, 1 oxen. You can tell what it is because of how that it is. Oh, okay. Upgrade that. Little roof for our animals. In medieval times, is it a cartabout? Yeah, you want a little roundabout for horses, carts? It's a wayabout. A lifestyle choice. I'm not sure if I have enough yet to put down the church. Oh, look at that, eh? So yeah, like right here. That's cute. So you see that as you kind of like approach. And then we build like a little box around it and then kind of make like a nifty, almost an intersection, neighborhood. Okay, let's do the trick. Not perfect, but sometimes works. There you go. And then I like the idea of just like, you know, what if this is a Roman settlement or something? Just a little bit of symmetry. A little bit of fun. These houses here are going to look pretty fresh, I think, right? And then we'll just connect that to there. I don't want to lose the ability to do backyards through here, so we'll see how this kind of works, but I might adjust it, is what I'm trying to say. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, buds. I wouldn't really say, like, traffic is a problem, but, like, travel time, having a path of desire, the discoverability pass, you know, when people kind of cut a corner, offering that just for a little bit extra time saving. No cost to place roads, luckily. I wouldn't be opposed to, like, someone having to go kind of, like, dig it up or whatever, but, like, you know, till the soil. Okay. And then, like, the market can kind of, like, chill in one of these zones, right? That's like, you know, in real life, without cars, right? You would just cut corners. And so how do you kind of make that, like, function and then plant trees and make it feel kind of, like, real, right? And so if that's so much space for market, that is incredible. But, like, right next to the church, that's cool. Effectively have everything for sale. The road upgrades, I don't remember how that works. I think there are road upgrades, though, eh? Yeah, so 2 backyard plots. These are going to be, like, very, very sought after. So high value. Oh, I love it. The backyard plot is worth more, especially the bigger family. That's cool as well. And then I think beyond this point, we shouldn't really be too concerned about building any new houses. Let's strengthen up what we got and just try to get maybe a year's worth of supplies in case we have, like, a little bit too much growth. Yeah, new families. Let's just, again, strengthen up the industry. These guys are going to open up a pantry stall. They're going to collect the food. Leaves the other families to keep on working. I kind of like this, eh? Not off to a terrible start, dare I say. All right, we're also going to want somewhere for just, like, generic, yeah, storehouse. There you go. And we got to start growing, growing. Well, yeah, growing, planting. Well, I need new trees. Yeah. Whatever that verb is. Maybe just chuck that right there so we don't lose track of where they are. And then a forester can replant. And I would definitely make the argument of, like, multiple of these. Okay, so pathing. Yeah, missing the ox guide. That's what we were talking about earlier. We were expecting to see that. So an ox has gotten stuck. If I click on it, it doesn't really give me the position all that well, though. And I believe our goal for negating that was to have, like, someone working there. Which is, you know, a big ask this early, because I'd rather have someone be a builder, but... And as long as we're hovering, you know, 50% or higher, especially on the way up right now, then people will be moving in. But at some point, you just can't keep going too wide because you don't have enough mouths to, you know, feed the other mouths, I guess. Takes money to make money, right? Or something to that effect? Sure. Yeah, see, unassigned family again. But I'm not getting any info. And I can't really, like, look at the map correctly to see where that oxen is. I can't, like, move from here to there. Which is, like, you know, not the end of the world. We'll figure this out. Okay, so 27 planks. I want to just generically store up as many of those as I can. And we want to start selling extra planks and then possibly selling extra firewood. Not a bot! Hey, what up, man? You were watching this live? Drop a like on the video. Hell yeah, dude. Not a bot. You're a legend. I always appreciate you, man. And also, Manor Lords. Let's go, dude. Lakefront homes. Gotta pay extra. This part here should be the biggest, nicest. Like, a level 3 house looks wicked. Very medieval. All right, drinking some coffee. Coffee, this is for you. Perpetual night simulator also is what it feels like, right? Our first market. The church. Okay. Got a preacher. Yo, fun little factoid, eh? If you change your bell, that is an achievement. You plan to sow some my oats? Not a bot is now trying to think some bread meme here. Dude, we tried yesterday on Twitch to get to the point of cows. I got wrecked by the enemy armies. And then my world imploded because no one was left to work. They all died in the killing fields. So, had to start again. But, you know, armed with some knowledge for today. Yeah, so far, very early on. We've got some storage. We have just the littlest bit of an industrial chain happening, just like wood. Church is in. The initial kind of like nicer house plots are starting to pop up. Just got to get them built. New families are moving in. This is on the way up too. Is there like a build order that makes sense now? It's a lot better for that, but it's still so punishing if you expand too quickly. And then food is just such a toughie. Because you have to basically dedicate backyards to, you know, be a chicken coop or that kind of stuff. And this has cost regional money. And you start with effectively, I think, 60. So you can buy like 1 or 2 oxen or like 1 or 2 backyard things. It's such a... Like, you just have to start exporting ASAP. And then as, you know, like the seasons change, you got to like rotate people in and out of like... It's just kind of a lot of like min-maxing early. And then you might just lose your first battle anyway, which is like just soul-crushing. And so our game plan is like get the houses near the church to a higher level, make these guys create bows, accuracy by volume. They're the easiest to make with the least amount of resources. Wood just grows on trees, especially in the 1500s. You try seasonal assignment? Not a bot. What? How? Wait, what? Is that a button on your foraging? Is this like an advanced thing? People? General? Seasonal assignment. Shut your butt. What? Bro. Incredible, dude. Let's start with that. Incredible. Not about this is why you have to come to the streams, dude. Oh my gosh, what a beautiful mechanic. Very complicated to figure that one out, though. Like, how do you know if you don't have Nautabot, right? You can rotate the same people between farms and forager. Also, brilliant. What a quality of life, eh? Alright, new family's still moving in. This is our best chance at level 2s. Lots of builder families. That's great. Steamrolling now through the stuff sitting around. This is going to be, oh, militia formation. Okay, so spear militia. We have enough supplies to field 20 units right now. We got to keep them fed. No one can die of starvation. Unfortunately, if a soldier dies, you just don't get to keep their, what are they called? Their weapons and armor and stuff. Like, it'd be kind of nifty if you go, like, you know, hose down the battlefield for all the stench and blood, and then just go pick up some, like, weapons, because, you know, probably still good to go, right? Alright, well, our little colony's deciding to, you know, push forward here. Fuel, that's not great. So, up that one. And we should start doing some, like, numbers on these guys, but once our building gets caught up, I'm just kind of, like, free-rolling how many planks we can get out the door. But eventually got a limit, and I'm still kind of working on, like, what's a good number to, like, hold in the reserves. I think next family gets assigned to this, and then this gets an upgrade. We still have room. Yeah, we need people to move in here, too. Happy people. Living happy lives. Give us ice fishing, though, eh? As a Canadian, I'm a little bit offended. Oh, there we go. So, family here to help with moving stuff around. Upgrade for more storage. Nice and central. And then I've upped the capacity here. So we got to get new trees planted. And then this one also is going to need some families. Don't discount carrots for early game trade. I feel like I just don't have the money. Not the money. I don't have like the resources to... Like, I don't have a surplus of carrots. Everyone's a bunny rabbit. That's an interesting thought, though, eh? Exporting food. Not about. Let's give it a little try, eh? But yeah, make the plots bigger. For vegetables, yes. For vegetables and orchards, I make them huge. If they're just kind of like generic or holding like chickens and stuff, I don't think they need to make like that much, take up that much space. And this could be like a downtown orchard that might maybe feel like a park, which is kind of a cute thought, right? And imagine how ballin' you have to be to buy this much space in like a high value neighborhood. I always find that to be such a fun way. And then that's the proportional cost I was saying earlier. So now if you build a bigger backyard, hey yo, good for you if you got a big old backyard. But it just costs you a bit more now to like buy the seeds and whatnot. And so I don't know. I think 2 families working, that's not terrible, but maybe let's go the whole way with this. But that just kind of goes in the circle, right, for like initial starting cost. Like, you know, if you make your backyard too big, how do you afford that initially, right? I like how there's not really like, you know, the perfect, in air quotes, strat. Yeah, these are good for backyard. I just don't want to be expanding this much this quickly, but we're gambling on this being a new food source. So I feel like it might, like, you know, pay for itself, but... So yeah, you guys are orchard. And then new families. Planting trees there, buds. Trees gotta be constantly renewed. That's our big export right now. And then this is going to eventually need someone working here, so we can start, like, bringing stuff in. But I'm imagining that if we hold on to 50 for us, and then anything above 50 goes out the door. And I'll buy a faster route. That should pay for itself relatively quickly. And people moving in here. Even if it's just 1 or 2. All I need is just someone to start, like, cranking out bows. And so these guys still churning. But I think what I want to do now is just set the limits. So let's say wait until we have 20 logs, just in case we need to build something. We're always going to have some logs on supply. And then I'm going to stop planks at maybe like 120, which is very ambitious, but I don't need like 10 million. And that way we keep 50 for us no matter what. It's kind of like an emergency supply. And then anything above that is getting sold to market. Like that should be, like, I've done that before. It should be the way right now. Famous last words, right? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And then again, just replanting trees, and then we can move these people around. That also is seasonal. Dude, that's everywhere. Do you, like, not have the ability to plant trees in winter, I wonder, eh? That'd be too smart. Out of firewood again. Damn, dude. Unassigned families needed for construction. Oh, okay. Forester works around the year. Okay, perfect. Oh, the big plots are done, eh? Let's go, dude. No one's moved in yet, but these are my vegetables. Oh, I didn't make these wide enough to, I don't think that one had the room to get another, side house in, eh? Yeah, it's mainly to move folks from non-essential jobs to farmhouses during September-November periods. That's what Farthest Frontier kind of does, eh? But they do it like seamless, where your farmers, if they have nothing to do in the wintertime, become like your just generic worker bees. They'll cut down trees, move stuff around. Very nice mechanic, though, and super quality life. It might be a bit for the min-max, but I like that you have control, but... If you didn't, like, know to click on it, how would you have found that, though, right? It's not exactly, like, UI intuitive. You have to hover for more. Enemy unit spotted. They're just passing on by. Nothing to worry about. And we are clear-cutting this place, eh? Oh, yeah. Please grow some more trees. Oh, that's why it's in beta. Oh, yeah. No. I'm not trying to be too critical. If this is the stuff I have problems with, like, this game is doing pretty well, you know? And just, like, in general, it's, like, beautiful eye candy, right? Oh, I mean, Lord. Like, people may not even know this is a feature. And, like, I don't know, if you design your city correctly, like, you should know where you are and what you're doing, right? Look at those beautiful cliffs. Here's our little pond. Just going to be kind of like a little parquet for town. And then you can see down in the yonder, there's the church. A nice tall reference point. Lord Jedi. Oh, I mean, Lord. Off to the grain fields, my lord. Attaboy. There's Moxon the oxen. Love it. Like, what is this game, eh? It's so wonderful. All right, back to work. Half the default work area size is a good start. I kind of like him just going free-for-all, eh? Plant them wherever they can fit. I think they kind of, like, you know, prefer their, like, immediate range, but... I need to grab some of that surface stone just so we have a little bit for some upgrades. But we got to start rolling here on the backyard plottage. So foresters work better if you set a smaller work area. Villagers walk between two random points in the work circle. So the closer the circle, the faster they plant. Really, eh? All right, you won me over. And then should I increase the size of the work area as well? You can test that one out. Oops. Decrease even, eh? Oh, okay. Smaller work area, faster plant. Okay, let's try to power bomb this area back up then. And then, yo, not about, do you do anything for, like, the fishing size, eh? Why does this feel like this is not also working correctly? What are you waiting for? 112. Put one more family here. And then why is no one fishing, eh? Oh, there they go. Okay, sorry, never mind. I'm just an idiot. I just didn't give it enough time before I complained. So you do 40% of the limit. Okay, so I should probably up this a bit then, eh? Let's say 222, just for simplicity. That's about yeah. About 60%. Super Tech, we are going to be on Twitch later. We're getting to the end of Red Dead Redemption 2. So a little bit of a cowboy cosplay today for anyone who's interested. That's the wrong 40. Yeah, I realized that after I did my math, but 60-40 in favor of the fishies. It's okay. We'll give them the extra room to grow. So that's the AI opponent capturing other flags. They won't capture our homeland until I make the choice to capture one of theirs. But the open ones are kind of like neutral. So we could claim them if we wanted to park on them, but we're a little bit more micro-focused right now. Steven, I think I'm going to cry as well, dude. It may not be today for the end, especially at our pace, but it's coming. %69%. Nice. Just caught that in time. Okay, so are you guys ready yet? What do we need? Water. Oh, we don't have enough wells, interestingly enough, eh? Huh. Well, would you look at that? Oh, I see what you did there. Uh-huh. You made a funny. I did. Arthur wants to go dancing. Oh, my. Dancing with wolves. Okay, fantastic. And once that well is built, all's well that ends well, my lord. Then the upgrade. Okay, what have we done with our saw? Ooh, yes, yes, yes. Are you getting stored? Oh, brother, yes, 120. Okay. So now someone can work here and start moving this stuff out the door. Yes. Speaking of min-max, water well is one thing all villagers walk for. They don't walk for food or clothes. I'm putting the well in walking distance. Is that like per neighborhood? They'll seek out the closest one? Or it's like RNG on any of them? More wells equals easier to put out fire. Yeah, that's kind of the logic I've been doing. There should be a well like everywhere. That's kind of like, in my mind, like banished farthest frontier kind of meta. Because of the fires and because people like sometimes wander and get thirsty. Oh, I mean, Lord, forgot to bring my water bottle. We'll seek the closest one. Brilliant. Yes, very good. Bourgeoisie level 2. Now, I heard that you got to do the construction of your expansion first. That doubles the size of the family when you level 2. I'm not sure if any of that is true or if it makes sense, but it's something I do. Whether it's right or wrong. Go, my pretties. That's so cool. And you can, like, slow this down and, like, watch them actually build, which is crazy. And there's your difference. Level 1 to level 2. A bit more like Renaissance, permanent structure kind of feel. We're settling in for the long haul there, buds. Super Tech, it's different enough from Farthest Frontier that the two of them exist. This is just, like, a bit more, like, visually nice and maybe not as complicated. Whereas Farthest Frontier is a bit deeper. And you kind of go from, like, this to, like, more Renaissance period. So it's kind of, like, more of an era. Both just great games. Like, pleasantly surprised at how well Farthest Frontier is aged. And then Foundation's kind of like a dorky, cute one, too. Alright, so you guys are getting Backyard Boyer. Boyer. Pick your card yet? No, actually, that's a good point too, eh? The origin story. Coming soon, cannot wait. This is nifty. You have like a little census finally. And this is like a fun visual representation, but confusing to look at if you don't know what you're looking at. But it's kind of like a breakdown of our tile right now, which is cool. And the artwork is just nifty. But yeah, what makes sense for our like developing story here? Small holding. Driven by Bamberg by the bishop's heavy teeth. Tithe? Learn to keep our hearts warm and our tables full. Huh. Increased success chance for tree planting. Huh. Increased approval from food variety. Huh. You like the, oh, no way. Dude, Guildman? No way. Which one's that one, eh? Guildman should be cash money. What symbol does that look like to you? Masons, prospectors, guildsmen? Regional wealth. Bro. Reduced. Ooh, okay. Regensburg Guildsman. Yeah, stand for. Coffee, good shout, dude. Let me drink some more coffee in your honor. Super Tech, wrong game. Wrong game. This is version 0.08 though. 97. 8675309. Okay, now you go level 2. And then mathematics here. So iron parts, this is my reserve. How many do you want before you start using them for crafting? Let's just say 30 to have, just so we have a stockade of them. And then planks for crossbows. I believe that magic number we wanted to say was 50. And then planks for warbows. That way we always just have like a stack ready in our reserve. And I want to field 2 companies at any given moment with excess being sold off. So it feels like this is very ambitious. But if we get correct storage and whatnot, that's kind of what I'm going for. And our archer companies are 36 units, so 36 times 2, that's 72. If we can field 2 in an emergency, I'm feeling good about that. Then everything else, in theory, should just be sold out. Active recipes. I don't know what that does. There's a 1, though. I have a check mark. I think that means I'm building this now. Are you producing iron parts? Not yet, but just so I kind of, like, you know, don't forget to do something later, right? But yeah, see, something seems to be happening now, right? Like planks, bows. Crossbows won't get produced, correct, which is why I'm not, like, clicking on the crossbow. Or if it, like, favors that or whatever, but... This is why I think the simplest, best approach to starting, you know, wood grows on trees. You have a small supply chain where you get some planks going out the door. You now can field, in theory, right, enough to do 2 of these, in theory. Like, I've already got 10 archers. Accuracy by volume, very strong. So that active recipe is the order in which it uses the resources. Okay, so it favors the bows then versus the crossbows. So the reserve will be used first for whichever is selected as 1. I like that. That's what I want then. Not bad. Decent approval rating. Food for days. Don't jinx it. Stuff going out the door. And what does that lead to? Carrots, baby. Let's go. Time to strengthen up the economy. Alright, so some animal pens. We want some backyard chickens, but we need more cash money. Don't forget to get your war bowman up. What does that mean? Is that what I'm doing here? Oh, the fact that everyone's ready for upgrades, that's fantastic. I just don't have the resources to do it yet, but yeah, let's increase this to keep the food alive. Yeah, you already got it? Okay, beautiful. And then next family here. Yeah, it's good approval. It's not bad. We should be getting the notification for like the army on the horizon to track their movement soon. But we're still like not out of the woods yet, you know? And I don't understand that, eh? Like, why am I at 14 all of a sudden now? Do I not have enough families? I gotta strengthen up our workforce here? I think so, right? Need more able-bodied soldiers, right? Hi, my lord. Yeah, not enough families, okay. Come on, you can do it. Come on, I believe. There you go. That should be good. I just don't want to have like a shortage of food too quickly, you know? Not about you're like reading my mind as I go, eh? A few families. I just need a stronger workforce and a stronger army here, but I think we're actually okay. Like, we have 6 months of food at this current setup. Lands are stricken by a drought, me lord. God, son of a gun. The second you start planting your crops, eh? Oh, yeah. Need 86. Biggies. It's gonna be like a chill game until suddenly it's not. Oh, I forgot to put someone on stone gathering like 7 years ago. My heaven. You see your coins went up in the new month? I keep thinking that's my trade though. I didn't realize that's a good starting strategy, eh? Yeah, nothing's getting stored. I just need a horse for like faster cart logistics and whatnot. Oh, our pond dried up. Oh, wild. Wild. Oh, that's interesting, eh? So no one for winter. Make that seasonal as well. Interesting. Yeah, rip the lakefront properties, eh? It's the Aral Sea all over again, dude. We didn't learn anything yet. Oh, wait. That hasn't happened yet. Aral or Aral? Oh, no, not a bot. I tremendously appreciate your support, dude. This is, like, in my mind why we're doing this. Like, the idea of the lives is to kind of, like, practice, get good, hang out, get some chit-chat, but I gotta start getting my button gear and making some, like, pre-recorded content. Because, you know, by the numbers, I feel like that's what the people kind of want. And a great way to kind of cast, like, a wide net and just get some new people hanging out, right? You gotta, like, get some content in to figure out if you want to come to the lives. I think those that kind of enjoy what we're doing, they enjoy it a lot. So I really appreciate you guys hanging out with us. And I really just enjoy making, like, a bit more of, like, a calmer, chill content. Like, Twitch is tremendously fun. It just gets out of control so quickly. And you sometimes just can't get a conversation going, or, like, chat moves too fast, and just, you get a little bit chaotic. There's, like, a million alerts. Whereas here, it's kind of like, you know, you can sit in park and just kind of chill. I like that. Oh, the drought is over! The pond, she fills! Oh, it's quite a beautiful aquifer. Oh, the music too, eh? When it picks up, you start cooking. Yeah, okay, so don't go back to too much, but your trader's too far from the storehouse and needs to walk. Yeah, I agree with that statement, not a bot. My plan is to set up another wood area here. I don't know if I have enough people yet. But I think my logic for this was, like, not to have the trader carts have to come in and then flood the city with pathing. Vitar! No, you're out of control. Vitar and I have had such a desire to watch A Few Good Men. Like the Tom Cruise, Jack Nicholson, army, like, you know, lawyer, judge drama thing. So good, dude. Yeah, so a trader card is 10 goods at a time, and having a horse will help with that, I imagine. Can I buy you guys a horse? Hi, my lord. I don't have the money yet. And then how would I get people to use carts more often? Also, still shocked at how many trees we're, like, motoring through here, eh? Let's relocate you guys over to here as the forest regrows. Now, you need stables for horses? Yes, I have stables already, just not the money to buy them yet. I think the horse cost went up, did it not? Move these to be right next to each other so I don't get confused. Oh, I don't want to. You're fine there, then. Okay. Getting stronger, but I still need more people fundamentally living here. So hopefully these fill in. I think to give us a good chance at that, let's hold off on buying the horse. I'm going to get some more veggies planted if we can. I think it might still be early enough in the... Oh, it's September! No, I've missed this season, eh? Vitard, hope you're having a good day. Welcome in. Manor Lord's beta early access content. Logging camp. That's not bad. That's good for business. I don't want to be, like, tremendously far from the market, but I don't want to set up another market, you know? No. Okay, so... Bonk, 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 bonk. A very loud clicky button, eh? Fantastic. And then have we exhausted this? Almost. Once this is empty, we'll just get rid of this building. We'll have to import some stone. Eventually, we just import a lot of, like, raw material, process that, and then sell the excess that we don't use ourselves. That should, like, churn the economy. Fingers crossed, you know? But combat number 1, she should be on the horizon soon. So we're having fun, but I don't want to lose this establishment here, you know? So, gotta do something to get more people to live right here. Or dangerous. Big ask. What if you did the next round of, like, the happy rich people? Ooh. Oh, what a cool backyard. Well, thank you for noticing. What an even better setup. Interesting. Going for it. Wish me luck. And then you guys are apples. 252. Okay. That takes a few seasons anyhow, but apples and orchards in general, that's like a good yield. Especially if your backyard is nice. Okay. To get ready for the inevitable, I'm going to put a couple hitching posts maybe at some key points. Do you have the second person working here yet? No, let's do that. Goods getting delivered. Upgrade that. Haven't noticed the pathing issues with our oxen since we assigned the family to the stable. like within the first 10 minutes of gameplay. So that's good to kind of like report on. Oh, heck yeah, dude. Not going to upgrade these guys yet. They're going to be kind of like a handful to keep happy, but... Oh, does no one work there yet? Oh, for Pete's sake. I thought I carried the jobs over. Oh, my days. No wonder it seemed like we had such a surplus. What do you guys think, though? We're cooked, or are we doing well? Just getting a little bit of FOMO going through the crowd, even? Low on food, yes. So that should start to solve itself, though, I think, eh? Just saving up for the apple seeds, but... You know, these guys come into life for next season, right? These are getting harvested right now. That should carry us, I believe. How long is winter anyway, right? Oh, God. Oh, God. Yeah, I don't know, eh? Chat, we might be cooked here. Oh, we're back to 3 months. No, we're okay. The harvest season was just enough. Perfect. That's basically winter. And then I believe we get, actually, hang on. Yeah, provides a strong passive yield of pork. Why don't we just do this for the winter season? Give you guys, chickens. If I can afford that. And that should be a little bit of passive as well. Pork, goat, egg. Okay. Eggs, though, like eggs are like, they're year-round as well, though, right? Yeah, eggs are nerfed. Oh, okay. Got him. Sad days. And then if we can get some goats going, just so we can try the new, like milk and cheese. And then this is looking not too bad. That's basically the bare minimum. That's the total number of units they're going to send our way, but they're all like, you know, with clubs. So archers are pretty soft against a club. You're not necessarily guaranteed to, like, kill them all, but you can break their morale if they're getting shot at by enough archers. And then low morale, they want to retreat. They're not going to fight as well. So accuracy by volume, like a true stormtrooper. That is our short-term goal. Then we make money, beef up a big army, win the day. Let's do some cabbages. That'll be our next one. And then since we have such a surplus of firewood, I wonder if we could maybe trade a smidgen of that in the short run. Okay, so I want to export. And I would like to keep 250 for us. And I'll buy the faster route. And then we can sell that difference and pocket it, and then use that for some quick backyard investment. But I believe we're going to be at the point where these guys should have, at least if nothing else, firewood next to it. Charcoal! Charcoal. Very good shout, dude. Okay, let me try doing my, like, little secondary wood camp here for the sake of industry. But charcoal would be under industry. Attaboy. Number of families is more than enough in terms of fuel they use per month. Okay. Running out of fuel. I'm sometimes slow to notice stuff, so I want to give myself a bit of a buffer space. And then really, it's just occupying, like, you know, room in a storehouse. We can build a couple more of these anyway. They don't, like, expire. Okay, is everyone... Oh, not everyone, but a decent bump to the population here. It's good. You can see, like, our unassigned families. So they're... You know, if you don't really assign them anywhere else, you get super caught up on building, I guess, in your off-season, right? Yeah. Maybe moving stuff around. Beef that up. Yeah, it's a bit more min-maxing than I think I want, but I'm happy to have this many options, though, if that makes sense. And I don't want to rush it, but, like, where's the enemy? Like, where's my notification? It's got to be coming this spring. I'm, like, eager for combat now. This is dangerous. I'm getting overconfident. Okay, and I want, like, another one of these guys. And we'll just shuffle people around once the spring season starts, and we'll see kind of, like, who's got room for what, where. Otherwise, yeah, overconfidence kills, but I'm definitely getting a little bit confident again here. Dangerous, but 1 month of food. Hoping these little backyard plots come through right now. Oh, charcoal kiln. That gets built very quickly, eh? All this stuff. It's great. So yeah, just chuck someone here. Start working on it. Anything above 3... No, we said 250. And the production limit, let's just say 500. And a storehouse just for extra resources. Sounds good. That's a cute little spot. You know, little stop on the way into town. Here, pardon me. Gotta get tools going next. Oh, dear. That's caught up, too. Man, this game is just 2 steps forward, 1 step back. So if we don't get tools made soon or imported, some of our production facilities are going to slow down a bit. People might hurt themselves, too. All right, out of food. That's dangerous. And yeah, why are these guys giving me anything, eh? Yeah, because eggs used to be, like, a pretty decent... Not a bot. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for the help, too, eh? Have a good game. Well, you have a good day. Or a good night's sleep. And if not, you know where we are. I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you coming in, too. Okay, a smidgen of food in the form of what? The pork. Okay. No one's going to starve to death, but we are really cutting it close, eh? We just can't have anyone starve to death because it's potentially, like, soldiers that we're going to lose. And I need as many hands on deck as we can here. I might even start a 3rd archery company. Okay, let's keep an eye on the jobs as spring evolves. People are going to want to be going back to their... yeah, see? There's the issue, buds. Everyone's gone back to work. Oh, here it is. We've received reports of a band of raiders roaming the nearby land. Should we track their steps, my lord? Aye, track the movement. All right, lads. We have 365 days until combat. We got to figure this out. All right, so we got to move some things around so that everyone's able to kind of keep the jobs alive. And then someone's got to be a builder bee right now. I'm going to take off someone here. And I'll buy you guys the horse, because the horse can do the work of the people. So that's builder again. Shoot, I need more families to move in. I've overextended. Just gently overextended. Lots of opportunity for people to move in, though. I don't really need much built right now, so I shouldn't stress about the fact that we've got no one assigned as a builder, but obviously we need someone. Let's see if we can fill these houses in first. And what was the cost of this? $252. I keep spending our money. All right, that's $250, and that is 86. Let's do this one first while it's still growing season. The apples take like years anyhow. I mean, it just feels like doom and gloom. This game is like perpetual, like dark, cloudy, you know, England simulator in the 1600s. But then, like, why aren't there like fire pits or those like, you know, fire cauldrons or like lanterns and stuff you can put around, eh? Pourquoi, mon ami? What up, man? Yeah, it's still very difficult to get food, unfortunately. I've expanded maybe just a pinch too much right now. But the first combat is coming. It's kind of an extension for what we were doing yesterday. Mais nous avons un petit peu plus à manger cette fois. Just like a little bit more to eat, but I'm just gonna try to keep it a little bit, like, don't grow too much right now. I want to expand some backyard stuff. Otherwise, nous avons les poulets. Les, what are pigs? Pork. Je sais pas, mais je souviens pas le mot. Yeah, I got pork, we got, this backyard stuff here. Chickens, sheep. And then just trying to get a few new families in to be my soldiers. But this is dropping a bit, which is kind of worrisome. And not assigned builders, okay. Where can I take someone off of? No, I think it's got like full speed ahead, right? Let's accumulate. We have enough now for our cabbages, and we're still in planting season, so that should be good. Increase that yield. Yeah, oink oink. C'est quoi en français though, eh? If I read it, I'll be like, oh, of course. I can't think of the word right now. Yeah, I should be able to ration the food supplies. That actually would be kind of nifty. As an event that you can do yearly as the king. Yeah, I would agree with that. More satisfaction in building speed would decrease as a game mechanic. Yeah. I would support that idea. Yeah, like a clicky button to stretch your rations. Or like Tropico style, you give people like, you know, a porridge or like, I don't know, a broth or something, right? Okay, we're back in. New families are moving in. Construction's starting to go again. My new area up here is churning. Fantastic. Fantastic again. Yeah, just food. Food and saving. Just don't let anyone die of starvation. And then if we can somehow get some money rolling, I'd like to get some tools imported, but that just seems like impossible. You know what I mean? If we can, maybe little backyard chickens for these guys when they're tiny. Yeah, with eggs being nerfed, though, I don't want to go too hard, but That was kind of a strategy there. But, you know, one more won't hurt. Otherwise, cute little start. We got a couple level 2 buildings looking nice and tall. Kind of know where you are. I think it's like a well laid out town. Cute little like opening to the city. You see the church on your way in. Pleasant views. Then 300, 5 days until combat. Well, 306, but... I think our next major purchase is going to be... I'll do one more chicken over here. And let's now officially save up for the apples. Keep talking about it. Not doing it. That's going to hurt us. I need food. We just won't see the yield in, like, you know, 2-3 seasons at least, though. That's cool. The trees got beautifully replanted, eh? Okay, so do you want to move your work zones around again? Yeah. It's okay. We're not really getting food right now, though, eh? Like, no one's fishing yet. Like, come on, what's going on? I waited for 222. Catch some fish now. Oh, there we go. Like, this is the year we really need to accumulate food, otherwise we're cooked, son. Uh-oh. Romy, I was expecting you to put the word in French in, so I would know. Que pasado? Okay, and if we wanted to maybe start trying to get ahead of the food game, I do think, like, orchards are the way. Wait a minute, I wrote it twice, really? Oink oink? That's not how that works. That's the sound they make. Imagine this for, like, backyard orchard. That's kind of fun. Ooh, that's cool. I remember cow, c'est une vache, ben oui. Ça c'est correct. I'll go for that. Then we can do some more vegetables, and that's a nice little orchard. I give up. I wrote it 3 times. Oh, I don't see it. I just see oink oink. Romy, like, genuinely, but... Are you on live chat or what? I don't know. Just, I think so. Unless the auto mod thought you were trying to, like, say something mean to me or whatever, you know? Just, like, preposterous, but it could be. This is such a risk, dude. No, I just feel like it's so, like, backyard, a little bit more piggies. Piggies are good meta. I'm getting nervous here about the food. The orchard can wait just, like, maybe one more season. It's so bad, 'cause we would have been able to buy it by now, but... Just play it a little bit extra safe here. Food has always been a problem, so it's not like this is some kind of surprise to me, but this is where the challenge definitely lies. Need strong population for big armies. If you want peace, you gotta prepare for war. That's how this game works. And it's like, oh boy. Okay, so piggies, and then you guys. Oh, I woke up this morning and Purple Jedi song was stuck in my head. I love to hear that. It is in my head 24/7. I love it. I don't want to like scare the people of YouTube yet with it, but we might one day. YouTube inherently is just a little bit more chill. Whereas Twitch is a little bit more mental, you know, in a fun way. A lot happening, so to each their own, right? All right, getting ahead of the food game, finally. 1 month. Well, you gotta start somewhere. More chicken. And that one can be goats, and then this one can be piggies. And that should be, like, I want to say conservatively good, right? Here we are back at 0 months. No, yeah, Remy, I believe the messages come, like, in the order in which they come. We have, like, you know, the world of chatters or anything, but a few messages sometimes don't make their way through. All right, 229 days until the attack. Dom, happy Friday. Thriving or surviving? We're on the verge of being able to thrive, but the conditions for it are finally here. But a bit of a slow start with food again. Oh, les cochons! Ben oui! Romy, weird. I can go up the whole way. I don't see it. That's so weird. Cool. Maintenant, je souviens. We're on live chat, dude. Oh, it is on, yeah, it's on top chat. Oh, you're right, eh? All right, it's on live chat now. How did the viewers see it, but not you? Well, I don't know. Why are you so mean to me today? Pro streamer. Yep. Such a noob. How dare. Just because this is my, like, 10th year of doing this and I don't know anything doesn't mean, you know? That is special. Oh my god. Jay, what time do you come today? You here now? Okay. Let's strengthen up our jobs. Please and thank you. I don't think we need another fisher, but maybe. Capitalize late when that's happening, you know? I've lived in your closet for months. Oh, perfect. Okay. Well, what do you want to eat for dinner then? Okay, this can now be removed. I always forget about this kind of stuff, but no more stones to be had. The kitties bring me food. But for real, what time do you come? Yes, Romy, I will get some cat pictures, because you asked so politely and I've forgotten again. The swing for, like, the fences for our industry right now, we could try to get some tiles going. That feels a bit reckless, though. I still want my apples, bro. So I can say, like, how about them apples? Okay. Strong-looking army. 194 days to go. Don't get overconfident, but building up the food supplies, that's our goal. We're investing in backyard stuff. It's the middle of summer. Some stuff might have an early harvest. I don't know. I'm hoping. Hoping to leave after work. So between 4 and 5 p.m. That's when you'll be leaving. Man, you're going to drive through like the bulk of traffic, eh? Yeah, I know. Well, Walmart's open late, so... All right, I mean, we're looking good. Food worries me, but we're looking good. All right, drink some more coffee. Don't stress. Enjoy the view. Harvest season has started. Let's go. Ah, 2 months now. Ideally 4 months, or like out of the red at least. And there's no way we can afford to import food right now. All right, how much charcoal do we have? 21. Okay, let's just keep on working on that. Blackjack for the dealer. That's right. Needs maintenance. Yeah, see, that's such a shame. That's a whole new supply chain. We either have to start mining the iron, which is like not a terrible thing to start with now. But it's like a lot of families needed for that supply chain. And they're not really money to like import. It's such a tough grind, this game. Alright, 266. I don't really want the low yield stuff. High yield of pears. That would be nice. All right, 1 apple, 1 pear. Guys, don't forget to like the video. Or like hype it up, as they say these days, eh? Let new people know that you're having some fun here, which I hope you are. Let's get these guys before the orchard. Still just like 1 month, dude, going into like the bad times. Oh dear. Yeah, I don't know, man. Keep flip-flopping here in my confidence level, but overconfidence is the thing. Harvest season has ended. Yeah, only a month ahead. That's not really winning. Ronaldo, hey man. Yo, cheers from Brazil. Yo, hey. Happy days. Hope you're having a good weekend. Give me some serious nostalgic to 2017. Let's go, dude. The game got a big update. And it's on Unreal 5 now, if you haven't played it in like a while. I don't know any Portuguese, really. But, you know, bom dia, or whatever. Thanks for tuning in, man. Hipster! It's not Red Dead, but it's coming. Yeah, we're testing out the new beta. They've added a little bit more supply chain stuff. Cows, some dairy, cheese. We've got our first combat coming. What'd you say about yesterday? We just didn't get to it. Didn't have enough momentum, I don't think, eh? Today we're going to do it no matter what, though. Okay, food worries me. What could we do in the short run for food, though? We'd have to build new houses. And then put, like, a new backyard plot in. Or, like, a couple of these maybe become, like, piggies now. Just for, like, a bit of passive food during the winter. Enemy units have been sighted. That's a Raider camp, but not on our property. Not worried about that. 132 days until combat comes. Como você estás? It's all I know in Portuguese. I can, like, understand a little bit of it, but hablo, like, poquito español. I kind of default to that, right? My goal as I get older is just to try to learn more languages. You know, that Xiaoma NYC guy, I always love watching his content. Everyone just gets so excited if you can say something in their mother tongue. I like that feeling. Oh, a little broke, eh? Almost close, eh? Almost. I do well. Hope you're having a good day, man. I'm excited it's Friday, too. I'm going to an air show this weekend. Jay Dizzle is coming up to visit. We're heading off to the Abbotsford Air Show, which is, like, one of the best in North America. It's crazy. Okay, so food's still paramount, but, like, more people move in, a circle we go in. But I just feel like we have a strong base now. And this stuff should help out, right? Officially November, so we should still be getting a little bit of fishing done. This could also be, like, done for the season. Yeah. I just want, like, a mass die-off event. What does it say? So it provides a passive yield of eggs, and every 4th yield provides chicken. And chickens are paid for and arrive once the coop is complete. And then either pigs or goats. Milk, chevron, and hides. Animals may be purchased after the farm is built. I really don't know, eh? The fact that eggs are nerfed, though. Okay, let's beef up this forester. And let's replant over here. Pressing control, you can slide with your mouse wheel there. I might get one more worker bee on that one. And then one more on this one. And how are you guys doing for storage total? You could use a livestock, as a matter of fact. And maybe we buy another one. Yeah, dude. Alright. Oh, and then saw pit. Yes. I forgot about that one. Our primary industry is still just wood. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Back to 69, baby. Heck yeah. And, like, I don't know, it'd be kind of fun to get more, like, farthest frontier items where you have, like, entertainment and whatnot. That's not as much of a thing in this, eh? Your people are just kind of happy raw dogging life, it looks like. Yeah, the backyard brewery and, like, having, like, a little bar, I think is as far as we get, right? Like a little hammock or something, right? Foundation style. Build a work camp. Pipster, you're well today, though? Besides disappointed in me? Hey, infamous winter. 1 month of food. Will this be enough to churn to keep us alive here? Oh, people don't even live in these ones yet. Oh, son of a bee sting. Okay, that's a shame. Now, what's the market missing, basically? This food variety is not great. That reflected here? Yeah, food variety. Go figure. And there's that. Oh, boy. It's that very big, beautiful zero showing its lovely face again, eh? All right, well, fingers crossed. Maybe someone's going to find a little supply of Nutri-Grain bars or something. Yeah, back to 1 month. Okay, we might hold on. Hungry people I can tolerate, but starving is like, yikes, dude. And I feel like, you know, a shame to invest in this if no one's living there. I can't believe I didn't clue in on that. Because the amount of money we just spent there, that in theory could have been like the first growing season for this orchard. Just like, for shame, you have not built an orchard. Or planted your trees yet, you know? Oh my days. Guys, what are your thoughts, though, for those of you who are expecting some skylines? You kind of cool with the Manor Lords? Nice little fun change of pace? And I feel like it's a little bit tough to kind of balance the time, and I'd like to add another live day, but I feel like the play is to get more recorded content going, you know? And then kind of hang out in the lives to get ideas for the recorded content. And to, like, practice and get good at the games, you know? Oh, birds. Yeah, I'm kind of curious. We have 49 days left. Do we have the means to maybe start some mining? Like in the off season, everyone can just mine, right? Y'all played Minecraft when you were a kid? Oh, but who didn't? No deposit. Oh, it has to go over the deposit. Gotcha. Maybe the pathway kind of like meanders. We're not a Roman settlement. We don't need all this like grid, right? Well, I imagine if you guys are here watching, you're probably enjoying, right? One would hope. No, I gotta go, bro. This is my call. Sorry, man. Yeah, Imperial who? Imperial Jedi? Oh, never heard of him. Full name, though. Yeah, kind of. There. A little bit more organic feeling roads on the way to our mine. What's mine is yours, comrade. That's right. So I need you guys to hype it up. We got our first battle coming soon. We need to start banging the war drums, right? We have a decent chance at this. 1 month until the attack. We haven't really had the pop-up yet for hungry people, but that should be soon. Otherwise, fuel is really rampant. That's nice. So we can start using the charcoal for blacksmithing. And then getting that sold for extra trade. Barely hanging on here, eh? What time are we dancing with Arthur? I've got a little bit more to get done before Jada's will come. So probably like a couple hours between the stream. Of course, notifications. And then for anyone that's interested, we're like coming to the end of our Red Dead playthrough over on Twitch. And I was going to do some like casual cosplay. Oh, family's hungry. Stop monologuing. Feed your people. Oh, dear. You people. Oh my gosh, don't you dare. 5, don't you dare, dude. Don't die on me. We're so close to battle here. Do not tell me we've built everything for this. Up to 10 now. The good news, though, we are quite literally at the end of winter. So you may not starve to death, but you got a hungry tummy. And I can relate to that. I'm sorry. Sometimes I forget to eat breakfast, you know? Or choose not to. Just for a few extra minutes of sleep, right? No. It's nothing like that, but... Alright. And that's 252. Okay. Well. Here she goes. We're melting. If that number just starts going down, I'm happy. Very stressful time right now, though. This is so clutch. This game is, like, incredibly chill, but incredibly stressful. And I find that, like, just playing without the combat is a little bit too passive. But I never get, like, deep enough to kind of enjoy it as a city builder. And I feel like a no-combat playthrough is kind of the way for that, you know? Oh my gosh, these noises are so effing loud, eh? Oh my god, that just scared me. No! Wait a minute. Or they're attacking! Oh no! Oh, I'm not ready! Oh no. Reminds you of that famous poem, right? You give a man a year to prepare for something. You just wait till the last minute. Oh, for God's sakes. I don't know what part of the map they're coming from, but I don't need hungry... Oh, God. Oh, come on, dude. This is the... Yes! Food. All right. That's what you like to see. That is absolutely what you like to see. All right, enemy units have been spotted. They're on the horizon. Where are they marching from? Okay. The craziest thing could happen. The yellow army, who is the AI off-map, the Baron. Hindermut von Baronroot. His forces could intercept the brigands, which is kind of a fun RNG. They could be out hunting the outlaw camps and could cross paths. Otherwise, like, not a lot of bottlenecking, but we should meet them where we have the slight high ground. I played enough Star Wars to kind of know, right? And this makes me happy, the fact that the starvation is starting to dissipate. But ideally, right before the troops come, we get rid of all this, and then we deploy them. So I'll 3-speed conservatively here for another minute, but no more hungry mouths. I love it. Okay. My God, dude, this is like edge of freaking of our seat here, eh? Okay, they're still a little bit a ways. I don't see them yet. Yes, accumulation of food. All right, where are they? Where are they? Yeah, they're still far, bud. Okay. They're still far. And then this is almost ready for this. Yep, 3 units. Oh, man. Okay. Oh, brother. All right. A little nervous here, you know? All right, what do you think? Over, under? Will we pull this off? How are you guys feeling? And the archers, just accuracy by volume. It'd be really cool if we could maybe set the archers up on a hill, but I don't know if I have enough troops to kind of, like, occupy the, Huh. Like, imagine archers up here, firing down. If we can somehow get the enemy to, like, get into this kill box right there. Where are you guys? I don't even... Oh, they're over there. Oh, where are you going? Where are they going? Interesting. Huh. Are they trying to flank us? Yeah, there they go. They're attacking. But who are you attacking, bro?
Smash 'em and chop 'em.
Hey, boys. Is the enemy literally using, like, cunning plays against me here? Are you trying to come in the back door, bro? Oh, they might be. They might be trying to hit the trading post area, eh? All right, well, let's get the troops boot in a boot there, bud. Equipment is missing? What do you mean equipment is missing? Hello? There it is. Where's my rally tab? Lost him in the woods again. Where? Oh, they are coming. Sneaky beaky. We do have good high ground here, though, don't we? Gotta take advantage of that. Is there a river crossing that we could... I don't know, man. Do you want to fight that far out? No, it's not on your map tile anymore. No, let's not bother. This is like the longest prolonged like campaign ever for military, eh? Already March, bro. Oh, the sun. Oh, that's beautiful. Okay, hiding again. Do I like send these guys back to kind of like, you know, have some dinner and regroup and stuff? Or like, what are we doing here, eh? Yeah, go back to being civvies. Where's Called off? All right, well, don't get like caught off guard. The irony of that. Let's assume they're gonna come this way, though. We can maybe get a little sneaky volley or two on them. It always makes me think of like the Shogun Total War games from like 20 years ago that I'm sure we all fondly played. All right, asking for a friend. Like, what happened to the combat? Do you know what I mean? Ah, they just, you know, they went home. A game of chicken. The weirdest thing happened when we were testing yesterday. I disbanded my forces, and they immediately, like, the enemy immediately snapped in front of me. I wonder if that's, like, a broken mechanic right now. Otherwise, it's April. Like, where are their units marching from anymore, you know? Huh. Well, the interest of just sheer curiosity. If I disband this, do we have an immediate spawn of the baddies? Oh, it's a negative Ghost Rider. Do we bring the combat to them? Do you want to go fight the camp there, maybe? I'm down. Let's flush them out of the woods if we can, eh? Yeah, why the heck not? Those bandits are being jerked. They're stealing stuff right now, dude. All right, come on. Can't just not have combat after all this, right? Absolutely not. Oh, my lord. All right, so that's the enemy camp. They have set up over there. I think we'll march in formation until the archers can get a shot, and then just volley after volley, and that might maybe get the other guys that are hiding in the woods to kind of come in and reinforce. Then we just go for broke. I need to know, is this, you know, city going to be saved, or we start fresh on our next stream, right? Oh, here they come. Let's go. Archers! Ah, they're ready. All right, let's spread these guys out. Cover the flanks slightly better. Incredible. All right, since I am the Grand Lord of the Manor, I will command the troops from the front line. Oh, hello. Careful, there's battle coming. I say. Ooh. You have got to be committing suicide if you're running up this hill towards my boys. Aye, lads. Oh, oh, get out of town. Oh, look at this. Talk about overconfidence. Oh, you guys are done. They can't even see the archers. Incredible. Yeah, incredible. You guys on drugs or something? Go home. Oh, they're running. All right, good thing I got my invisibility cloak on. Oh, man. Oh, it's raining. Oh, this is so cinematic. Wash away the blood. See, the archers don't necessarily, like, you know, destroy them all with a few volleys, but they can really break morale. And you just need enough archers firing to kind of just get enough of them to turn around. And then your foot soldiers, there's some dropping. Yeah, boys. Yeah, boys. Archers! Oh my god, point blank, eh? There they're running. That's it. Oh, yeah, dude. We're worried over nothing. Save incomplete. Game's over. That's it. We won. Any casualties? None. Spoils of war, baby. All right, let's march in, boys. Forward march. I say. Yeah, it's a shame you can't, like, go raid the battlefield and just get some of this cool, like, armor and stuff, right? Or maybe have, like, you know, some weapons, show the spoils of the war, right? How many of you killed? It was like a company of 18 that ran towards us. We, like, thinned the herd by half, it looks like, eh? That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9er. Yeah. That's cool. And then we go steal whatever they had left over. But it seemed like that initial bandit camp, or those bandit raiders, just did not make their way to us. They could have been fighting the off-map adversary, which has happened in the past, but I yearn for the combat. But I think we are combat ready with the amount of troops we have, which is cool. So now we can just go in here and just steal this. And this we can add to, like, our backyard kind of, you know, regional wealth or money that we would send to the king. We want to keep the king happy, right? So, treasury, please. Very good. Now you guys, you go back home and you live your civilian life, eh? Oh, back to the region, please. So not exactly the combat I was looking for. If the 3 units had come, that would have been a really, like, spicy battle, but I deem this a success. Like, no one has officially died of starvation yet. I feel like this is the season where we get ahead of it. Finally, the apple orchard is getting planted. Uh-oh. My poor oxen. Moxen? The oxen? Are you okay? Yeah, I think our next stream for this could be on Friday. The idea of mixing up some of the YouTube streams are kind of fun. All right, back to civilian life, please. But maybe expect some skylines on Tuesday, and then we can play this again on Friday. But I think this city itself is worth saving, and I would like to pursue this one further if you guys are interested in that as well. My poor ox has no guide, but hopefully everyone coming back from war will fix that. If you guys have any thoughts, let me know now. Otherwise, this is kind of like the tail end. We made it to 2 hours. Almost like cinematically to the dot. Getting started, our trials, our tribulations, our struggles, our victories. And boy, howdy, we finally got some apples planted. So how about them apples, eh? Oh, yeah. Otherwise, you know, a couple bugs maybe. This is bugged. And then them not attacking us correctly. We still got some combat. Wet my thirst just a little bit, you know? And I think we'll grab some pears for this. And then tools. Get the iron production going a bit more. This has been built. Oh, upgrade for a deep mine. Oh, that's cool and easy to do now. But if everything goes to late game, like, plan, we'll have every single type of, like, you know, backyard perk being built. We'll have, like, a functioning economy. We'll play for the vibe. We'll fill the tile. My target population usually is 500 to 1,000 people per tile, which is crazy. We managed to do 2 tiles in the past before my computer was like, dude, I'm tired, boss, you know? So we might be able to do that again. More optimization has come to this game. And if you have not played in a hot minute, this game is so incredibly addicting. And it's chill and stressful. And it's just like one more 5-minute cycle. Just give me 5 more minutes, right? And it just enters the list of games where 5 minutes literally does nothing. You know what I mean? You can play this game 10 times 5 more minutes. What does that equal? 50 more minutes. And you'll still be like, just 5 more minutes, please. I'm not quite there yet. Gotta show that we're not addicted, though. And we can quit anytime we want. Yeah, it's been a pleasure. Thank you for hanging out with us. Don't forget to like the video. Just one more turn. I love it. There's so many games like that, dude. Good value, though, eh? This game continues to get better. But I'll save it. We'll be back again. And just appreciate you guys hanging out. So spread the good word. Be good to each other. Stay hydrated. And I'll see you guys again. Thanks for hanging out. Love, peace, and hair grease. Oh, and to prove they're not addicted, and we can quit any